we are walking through the streets of Manhattan, and I have Delana with me. Hi. And if you guys remember, she wrote an article about me in her magazine Diva Gals Daily, and so you guys go check her out. It's divagalsdaily.com, right?
Yes, Diva Gals Daily, life, entertainment, and travel.
So you guys definitely go check her out. And we are on our way to the Salvation Army to do some thrifting in Manhattan, and we're taking you guys along with us. Let's go. Made it. Yes. Thank you. Yay. What am I? Oh, I know what I'm looking for. I know what I need. It's a project I want to do. So I found these military flight pants while thrifting in Manhattan, and I love that they're high-waisted, have big cargo pockets, a button fly, and you can cinch them at the ankles. But what really made me buy them is these white lines that someone drew on them as if they were going to do something to them but never got around to it. They were a lot more defined, but I washed them, so now they're pretty faint. So that made me decide to do a quick thrift flip and turn them into a super cute pair of DIY cargo pants with random awesome jean pockets. The first thing I'm going to do is pick the jean pockets that I want to use in the denim washes that I think are most complimentary. Once I have the jeans I'm going to use, I start taking off the pockets. I'm cutting this one off because it has that extra pocket at the top. Then I'll cut out these back pockets and use a seam ripper to detach the rest of the pockets. Next, I'll figure out where I want these pockets. I really like that layered look, so I'll kind of use that as a theme, trying to make everything balanced without feeling like it has to be symmetric. Once I'm satisfied with the placement, I'll pin them down. Since my pockets are layered, I'll sew down the bottom pockets first. But first, let me tell you that sewing the pockets down would be so much easier if you take the inside leg seam apart. However, I was being really lazy and didn't want to have to seam rip that whole seam. So I maneuvered the pants onto the sewing machine to sew them down without taking that seam apart. Honestly, it might have been faster to just take that seam apart, but that lets you know how much I just did not want to use the seam ripper at that point. So I finally got that pocket sewn down and then moved on to the one layered on top of that. I wanted to keep that double pocket, so I just folded the extra fabric under and sewed that pocket down. For the next one, since I layered it over the existing pocket and under the flap, I needed the buttons to come through so that the flap can still button. So I'll add pins where the buttons are and then add buttonholes. And I must admit that making buttonholes using the buttonhole foot and the buttonhole setting is something I definitely still need to work on in my non-existent spare time. So I've just been doing it with the regular foot for now. And once I get the buttonholes open, I can add the pocket over the buttons and then sew it down. And for this one, I decided to leave the edge exposed and just let it fray. And lastly, I'll use white fabric paint and a thin paintbrush to add the lines back in that inspired me so much in the first place. I even decided to add a few more lines than before. So here's our quick thrift flip, and these actually turned out so much better than I imagined. And they're so perfect paired with my real bodysuit upcycle from a couple of weeks ago. And I love them no matter whether they're buttoned or unbuttoned, wide or cinched at the ankle. They are so amazing. And for more denim upcycles like these cargo pants and this bag, check out this playlist and definitely subscribe so you don't miss what I do next. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.